Okay, we are live on YouTube. Good afternoon. My name is Ayla, and today I will guide this conversation. In today's immersion, we are going to talk about imposter syndrome. I think it's a little hard subject, but I think it's good. And today, here with me is Marcos, Mary, Wanda, José, e Ju. And I would like to explain a little bit how Talk and Talk work before we start our conversation. Talk and Talk is a language conversation platform for beginners, intermediate, and advanced speakers. It's a safe place because here there is no judgment, there is no corrections. It's a safe place created for speaker languages, foreign languages. And here you can practice another languages such Spanish, French, Italy, and Mandarin also. So there is a philosophy here on Talk and Talk, as I said. And everyone must be respectful each other and help each other. It's share your opinion as much as possible to enjoy this moment to speak up. So I think if you want to be more information about this, how Talk and Talk works, or other immersion like this, you can go on website talkandtalk.com.br. All right. And now I would like to introduce myself before, and I think today there is 7 or 8 people now. Raid is coming. So guys, I introduced myself here before, and after I will split us in breakout rooms, just to make our conversation flow better. I think each one have enough time to talk more, okay? So my name is Ayla. I live in Belém, north of Brazil. I'm here on Talk and Talk since 2021, and I started to study English after the pandemic. And since then, I'm in this process of improvement, improve my confidence and my English skills. And I so appreciated to be here. And this year, I decided to become a host. It's another challenge, and I think becoming a host, I can improve my capacity to be a leader, to improve my capacity to listen better, uh, stuff like that is so good. And okay, now I think Raider is coming, Mazueli. Good afternoon, Raider. How are you? How are you, Mazueli?
Hello, Anna. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mazueli. Could you?
Sorry. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome aboard, guys. So I put our questions here in chat. Just a second, guys. Everyone can see the questions? Okay, okay. And now I will switch us. So just a moment, guys. Okay, guys, I will create one more room, and please don't be afraid of to share your opinion, okay? It's good to introduce yourself to other. Maybe you can choose someone for to be a leader. It's good if you can, for sure. And be respectful. And in a 50 or 55 minutes, I will bring you all back, uh, and we can finish our conversation, okay? And more important, enjoy this conversation, okay? And see you. To receive some invitation, please click on it. Okay, I think we can start now. Marcos, please introduce yourself first.
Sure, thanks. Hello guys, my name is Marcos, I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I'm 37 years old, married, and I have two children, two girls and one boy. And I work with logistics, more specifically supply chain. I work in the big hospital here in the Rio de Janeiro. And I'm here in Talk for 5 months, and I will try a new position in the Europe in the next year. And I'm here to improve more my English because I'm frozen very all the time and very nervous to talk in English yet. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. And to Raider, introduce
So,
yourself.
I'm Heider. I am drink caipirinha now because my day was so terrible. I am a little stressful. I know today is Wednesday yet, but I needed to refresh my mind today. I live in Araraquara, countryside of São Paulo. I work in a aerospatial company as manufacturing engineering. I live here with my fiancée. I've been studying English, I think, since 2027 or 8, but in Talk I started in 2021 or 2. But I need to stop a little in this period, and now I am back step by step. My free time, I like it to cooking. I like it to watching soccer. I am Corinthians support, and I like to visit the restaurant and the pubs. That's it.
Thank you, Raider. And Ju, nice to meet you. I think it's our first time. I think I can't remember, but it's my first time with you.
Yes, it's my first time with you, but I've been here on TNT since the pandemic. I was off for some months, but this year I'm coming back into practice the English. And I live in São Paulo. I'm 37. I like traveling. I like to go to concerts and enjoy with my friends and to have barbecue parties or go to the beach, things like that. I also like to stay at home, just relaxing, watching TV series, and I work with projects and process, and it's all. I think it's all.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. Okay, I think you can start to answer the questions. And who would you like to start?
You?
Raider? Yeah.
You?
I can do
Yeah.
it.
Good. Ladies first. Ladies
Ladies
first.
first.
Okay, Ju, go ahead.
What is imposter syndrome? Syndrome, I don't know. and how does it manifest individuals? The imposter syndrome is something hard. I have it, and we feel like we are not good enough. You know, we are always trying to be better, and we compare ourselves with other people, and we think that we are, how can I say, in English, I don't know, a farsa, you know? We always think that we are a farce and that someone will discover that we are saying that we are good, but we are not, and things like that. And you, Marcus, what do you think is that?
Yeah, I agree with you. To me, imposter syndrome is like the auto-sabotage when you think that you're not so good for something, and that is very common. I just passed for this, and very complicated. And your radar.
So I agree with you. I think a lot of people today feel this, don't feel enough for some activity, for some position. Myself isn't different. I have this idea, I don't know, a lot of time, but I think it is a little about the insurance, insegurança, I don't know. I don't know if it's correct, the word, but is a complicated because normally we deserve, but we always try to be approved if you deserve something. To me, it's a little complicated, but we need to work in our mind because this, I don't know, atrapalhar a lot. And you, Ayla?
Yeah, I totally agree, guys. I think imposter syndrome is when you feel like you don't deserve your achievement. For example, you feel like you are fraud, you are imposter, and you can be found out for everyone because you are a liar. It's a complicated feeling. And I think imposter syndrome is caused by problem about confidence and insecurity. You are so self-critical. You can experience self-doubt a lot about your own skills, and you usually compares yourself to others, but in an unhealthy way, like, oh, I'm not good enough. Everyone is better than me. I've never able to achieve it. I'm a fraud. It's terrible. It's terrible, and I've experienced it too, and I try to work on it and to avoid this and to face this feeling because it's so harmful for our mindset. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on, guys. Number 2. I'll choose someone. Please, Raider.
Number 2, let's go. Sorry, I'm in my cell phone. A little technical problems, but okay. Can you describe a time when you experienced imposter syndrome? How did you handle it? So, I think recently, I was promoted in my job. I was promoted to engineer. I was analyst. And during a little period in last week, this promotion was recently, I was talking with my fiancé. I don't know if I deserve this. I don't know if I am a right person, because I started in the company in 2022, final 2022. And there are a lot of people that work there more time than me, 5 years, 10 years. And I don't have 2 years in the receive the promoter. And I was worried about the opinion of the others. They started to think, I don't know if I am the right person. But sorry the noise. My dog is with a little friend here. Cat. And I started to analyze my journey. I started English in 2017. I started my university, my college in 2013. I have a good skills, and I always wanted this active. And if it happened and I achieve this goal, I deserve. But I had a little problem recently about the syndrome. I thought that I am not enough for the position, but I am enough. I deserve this, and I studied. I worked a lot, and now I am engineer because I deserve this. And you, Ju?
I had experience last year when I was in a discipline of my MBA course that it was focused only in numbers. It was a mathematics discipline, and I more in the human part, and not so with the numbers. So I was very angry with myself because I could understand what the teacher was explaining, and I was charging me a lot because it's not a skill that I never like it to develop. So I was putting in how can I say in English? I don't know. Kind of, I was thinking if I should be there in that course, but it was only one discipline, and it was 38 disciplines, and only one that I could understand. And I was thinking that all the course was not for me, And in the end, I studied a lot, and I was good in that the test, in the final test, but I think that I suffer a lot about this fact that I couldn't be the best in that discipline. So that was my experience. And what about you, Marcos?
Yeah, to me is very common happen when I will try a new position. For example, I'm working now, but I sometimes I applicate for another position for maybe is better the biggest company that I have today, or a new challenge anywhere. And but I'm feeling that, man, I will go, but I don't know if I'm how can I say, I'm ready for this. And so I thinking this and around my head, and it's very complicated to me because I don't know what's happening. I know that I can because I have 15 years of experience in my area, but this feeling that I can't to do is very hard to me, right? And my wife said a lot with me, no, you can, you have a lot of experience, you are good when you're working, you are the best while you're doing, but it's complicated, right? It's a fight that me and myself is very complicated. Because and next, when I pass for this, I do anything I'm great. I really can do it. I can't think is the worst thing or that I can't do it. Uh, I think I'm preparing for the next year for try a new position in the Europe, but I already think it this way, and I'm trying to stop and think it this way, and I will go there and I will speak in English with another people, and I will go there, and I'm trying working with me inside. Yeah, it's complicated. Thank you, Ayla.
I think it's so good when we can understand our inside feelings, and yeah, and it's difficult, but we try to take it easy with us, with ourselves in this moment. Uh, yeah, I understand you. For me, I remember once during in the situation at my work, uh, I've done a good project, and this project I could resolve some question because there was a cause of delay, and I create a project that able to organize better our tasks and identify uh, some problems. And but I in that moment I got good feedback from my boss, from my colleagues. But I felt like I didn't do anything special. So, and but after my colleagues and helped me see my achievement more realistically, and I noticed in that moment, oh my gosh, I suffer from imposter syndrome because I don't know, I think I underappreciated my achievement, and it's no good. Uh, I think I've been working it, as I said, but it's a process. It's no change so fast. There is a fear. So, and sometimes I like to talk to myself. So keep calm, okay? And you deserve it. You work hard. You are so determined person. You are motivated. You disciplined. So I think it's good. It's not to be like so prideful. Oh, so prideful. No. Uh, but I think in a humble way, I can appreciate it. I can celebrate my achievement, and it's good. Okay. Uh, okay, let's uh, move on to the number 3. How does imposter syndrome affect one's professional and personal life? Okay, I can start to discuss this question. So I think imposter syndrome can make us anxious, stressed, less confident, uh, uh, both in at work or in our personal life. I think sometimes we can you might avoid new opportunities. As I said, you can underestimate your skills like me. And I think everything this can be so harmful for our relationship, our development as a professional, our growth, our personal or professional growth. It's involved because if you don't believe in yourself, who believe? And I think it makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Ju, how do you think about this question? How does imposter syndrome affect one's professional and personal life?
I agree with you, Ella, and it can avoid that you can develop new skills because you are afraid of the change that it can brings, and also it brings stress and some fights in the personal life because you bring stress to your personal life, especially when you talk about the professional one. So I think that it's always bad. How it affects is always bad because we can make new connections with new people, but we are always afraid if our English is good, if our communication is good, the things that you are. What should I say to the person? I'm not good to this topic, So we are avoiding making new connections. So that's bad. What do you think, Heider?
Yes, if you don't have confidence in yourself, the things don't work. Is your mind don't think about it to improve the situation. If you try to prove for yourself that you is good, you lost a lot of a lot of time trying to prove for yourself that you're good. But you needed to prove for other people that you're good. Normally, we create a fight with ourselves, but our fight is in the world, is with the other people. We live in capitalist market. We have to prove for our boss, our colleagues, the co-workers. We have some projects during the week, the year, and if we try to prove that we are good, I think we lost the value time to do the good things. That's it. And you, Marcos?
Yeah, man, totally agree with you. And if it affects a professional life, it's make reflects in your personal life. It's very complicated. One example is like, for example, one people that wanna speak or need an English to better get a new job, right? And always you think it's not enough. And you think next year I try, next year I try, next year I try, and you never get out to this position because for you is never is enough. It's very complicated, man. It's very, very complicated, very hard. So that's it.
Marcus, could you read the next, please?
Yeah. How can imposter syndrome impact your mental health? It's like I said before, if you frozen, right, your life because of this syndrome, and your mind is like a working how can I say, contra você. It's like a new person that you fight every day, and man, don't way you fight for yourself. It's very complicated because you lost. I can't fight with myself. It's very complicated. It's always my mind. To me, always my mind is always wrong because I don't know. I believe this mind is very powerful, and if you have some mentals or thinkings about I can't or I don't go there, I'm not enough, and you don't go and you don't do nothing. And it's making me possible, how can I say, depression, right? The people can be depressed because this, and with depression is worse and make a lot of things make you worse that, and it's very complicated. It's not so good for the life of anyone. It's very complicated. And you, Ayla?
I totally agree. Thank you for sharing, Marcus. I think the same. I think imposter syndrome can impact a lot our mental health because you can start to get some mental diseases like depression, anxiety. You can feel like so overthink. Oh my gosh, I remember I lose some opportunity because I put on my mind I was no good. I was no good enough to do that job. And like Wade said before, I think sometimes our mind fight with us. And it's a self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. I don't know if there is in English. Uh, but I feel like this, and I remember I regret it for sure after I felt, I don't know, it's like, oh my gosh, why I could take a chance to myself. And so I need to try. I need to try and to see what happened and no give up before I try, and it's no good. And I think imposter syndrome it's uh, uh, get us like overwhelmed. So too much thought that is no good for us, and I think we need to be practice self-compassion with ourselves. Yeah, and that's it. I think it's complicated to talk. Raider, what do you think, please?
It's good topic, but it's complicated to speak in Portuguese. In English, I think is worst, but it's good to training. So I think there are a lot of steps for depression. First, we have imposter syndrome. After that, you should have I forgot the oh my gosh, lack of confidence. After you stop to have contact with the other person, you should become alone. You don't want to have interaction with the others. And your mental health, your personal life starts to be affected. There are a lot of reasons for the people to have a depression, and nowadays is a seriously subject. And I think always have I start. Oh, today I am not sufficient for this for do something until I don't know from 2 or 3 months. It can be a depression. We need to take care now because we can have more problems in the future. That's it. I don't know, Ju. Answer.
I agree with you guys. I think that anxious, it's something sadness. It can affect your mental health. But in my case, in my personal case, I think that anxious is the worst because I'm always trying to how can I say superar, you know, my own limits and this kind of behavior always bring anxious to myself. Everybody answer this question?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Could you read the next, Ju, please? Number
Yes.
5.
What strategies can help individuals overcome imposter syndrome? I will answer this. I think that we cannot compare ourselves with other people because each person has their own how can I say challenge, you know, we never know what the person are what the people are passing through to be like they are. It's common we compare ourselves with artists or influencers, but their lives is not like a perfect life. They have their mental health disease, they have their problems. Actually, today I was listening to a podcast with Bruna Marquezine, and she was especially talking about imposter syndrome and how she suffered with anxious when she need to do a test to a movie because now she is an international actress, and she was talking about this, how she charged herself to be perfect, and she was the only Brazilian in that test, and she could be celebrating, and she was always trying to be better and better. So these kind of people are not perfect. So what can I say? That we cannot compare ourselves. It's a way that we can help to keep your mental health okay, you know. What do you think, Marcos?
Yeah, I believe to me the strategy go with afraid the same way. I don't give up without try, right? My strategy I go. I I have to go. I go. I'm afraid. I don't know if I can, but I go. That is the strategy that I use for this position, and it can help because when you pass, then okay. If you don't pass, if you are experience for you, make it better the next time, right? And and if you pass, you can see that you can, that is possible. You are good for this, and to me, that's the strategy. And you read it.
My answer is the same of your, Marcos, because we need to go with the afraid. Let's go because we don't stop. We can't stop. Today I had a situation the job. I don't have a lot of confidence in my English yet, but I am working with a Swedish program in the company, and I have contact with a Swedish guy every day. But today I needed to solve 3 problems, and oh my gosh, I needed to push some meetings and to explain technical problems, and the imposter syndrome is starting my door. But I stopped a little to I think no, I need to go, and I started the meeting. I explained the problem. I had some problems. My English isn't so good yet, but the Swedish guy understood the problem. I understood him, and we finished and solved the problem. Just this. But I was with afraid. I had a problem with my confidence in English, but I go and solve the problem. We need to go and don't stop. Deal, Ayla.
So good strategies. I agree, guys. I think Ju talk about comparison, and I agree. I think you shouldn't compare ourselves to others, unless when it's a comparison in a healthy way. Just when you use the comparison as a good example to motivate you to be better, to be better things. I think it could be useful. But the comparison like, oh, I'm not good enough, everyone is better than me, it's no good, definitely. It's so harmful for our mental health. And what else? I think other strategy is to recognize and accept you have feelings related imposter syndrome, and it's important to work on it, to fight against it. And I think it might be a good tip, what I already said. If even though I'm not good enough, I will try to do my best, and I will try to take a chance, and I will agree. I believe to improve more, to change, and what I need to change, what if I will do something wrong, I can, I, if I something wrong, or if I failed, I can improve in it. And I'm not perfect person, but I can do my best. I think it's a good thought, and I think it could be helpful. And I think there is another strategy to be able to celebrate our achievement, even if they are little, because I think we can to be proud of ourselves, and to recognize, oh, okay, yeah, it was a little, but I could be able to do it, and it's good. And okay, I think what else? So I don't know if there is but that is 10 minutes before. Okay. The number 6. Who would you like to start now? This question.
Maybe I can.
Okay, go ahead.
Is imposter syndrome more common in certain professions or industries? If so, I don't I don't believe this is more common in specifically profession or industries, because everyone maybe I think right that one more. For example, my case, I know my experience, and I always want more. I know that I can more. So I have 15 experience. I have this rendering in person. But another example is my wife. He is autonomous and don't have a specifically professional or with industry or nothing, and she has this syndrome. So I don't believe this is it specifically for one or another people? I believe a lot of people has this. Yes, of course, I have a lot of people that is very confident. But no, I'm great for this. I will go there and I win. But I know a lot of people have more syndrome with the imposter too. But I believe that. And you, reader?
I think it can affect all the people, but I try in people that work in place that there are a lot of person that dispute, I don't know, some position, or there are a lot of person that have the same skills, normally affect more. I think if you have more people that have almost the same skills of you, I think the people affect the syndrome more. And usual.
I'm not into this kind of industry, but it might be more common in model, you know. I think that the top models, they might compare too much themselves, especially about the weight, you know, the body and in the fitness industry. I think that it might be common, the comparison. And you, Ayla?
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know so much about it, but I think it's more common in high achieving profession in competitive industries, like you said, to fitness companies. I think there is a high competition to be so fit. So and it's or in technology, I don't know, but I think maybe because it's there is everything change a lot, and I think people in this area need to to improve, to update your skills all the time. I think these areas emphasize performance, skills, and make people feel like they always have to prove their capacities. And I think it's more about these professions. Okay. Everyone answered. Yeah. Marcos answered? Okay. Okay, Marcos, read the question. Sorry. Okay, the number 7. Raider, please. Your turn.
Yes. Number 7. How does imposter syndrome differ from normal self-doubt? Oh, I don't know. I think it's complicated question. I will skip this if you can explain, Marcos, because I try to a little difficult.
Man, I don't know too, because I think this the syndrome is like how we said, but the self-doubt is when you have some doubt, but you not how can I say? It's complicated talking this in
Complicated
English.
question. Good question.
To me, it's like the same, right?
To
If
me,
you, Ayla, help us, Ayla, help us.
please, you complex the question.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I confess, I'm not. I think maybe I don't know, but I'm not sure. I think self-doubt is temporary. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm right or not, and but I don't focus on it a lot too much. And the imposter syndrome is a chronic condition. You constantly feel like you don't deserve your achievement. You are self-doubt, and I think it could be something like that. What did you think about this, Ju? Help us.
Help
I
us.
agree. I agree with Ayla. I think it's more temporary, the self-doubt. It's more in your routines. You always, I don't know if I go to the gym or if I stay at home, this kind of. But the imposter syndrome is kind of, I don't go to the gym because I see people more better than me, you know? I think that in this kind of example. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for
Complicated
sharing.
question, Ayla, congrats. Really
What did
complicated.
Yeah, but it's good because we can reflect more. And what did you think about this conversation, guys? I would like to know. Ju, did you like it? How
I
was
like it. Yeah, I choose this hour because it's a topic that is always interesting. I'm always try to be in contact with this kind of context because it's something that I suffer. So I try to learn more about this. It's very nice, a very nice topic. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And you, Raider?
Me?
Yeah. What did you
Uh,
think about this topic?
Yes,
Okay.
very good. How I said, it's complicated to explain in Portuguese, and to search words in English was more complicated, but it was good topic, good reflection.
Thank you. And you, Marcos? How was the conversation for you?
It was very nice. It was nice to see the another kind of type of I can't lead with the syndrome, right? Because I have this syndrome a lot of time when in my professional, and is the way I said is I go with afraid the same way, and I go. It was very
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you for sharing, Marcos. Hey, girls. Welcome back. How was the conversation? Did you like it? How was the conversation for you, Mazueli?
I love it, these themes, because the topic is impostor síndrome, é topic reflexivo, né? I love the conversation with Wanda, Mari, Yasmin. I like these themes. Always, tipo, sempre que eu participo de conversations, I learning more English, tipo, a cada dia. Então,
Yeah,
topic is good for me. Was
thank
good
you.
for me.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming. And I think one more person. How was the conversation for you, Wanda? Did you like it?
Yes, of course, a good subject, a hard but good subject. I love to stay in the room with Masweli, with Mary and Yasmin. Yasmin is a philosopher. Every thought she have is really good. Yeah,
She's
thank you for
amazing.
bringing for us.
Yeah, Yasmin, amazing. So guys, unfortunately, we don't have more time. because there is another immersion is coming. But I would like to thank you all for this conversation. I put the link of survey. Please, I'd like to know your opinion, and please answer. Maybe you can let me some suggestion. I will so appreciate it. I'm so glad to know what did you think about my development as a host and about our topics, and that's it, guys. The time is coming. This time is over, and I hope to see you in the next time. Okay,
See
take
you.
care.
Thank